The Boss. Vale. Big Boss. Un resumen del 3. Snake desapareció. No puede ser. Esto ocurre después del 3. Nunca lo jugué hasta ahora. A ver, vamos a ver. También debéis lo jugado antes que el... Oh, que el sonido. Antes que el 5 y el Ground Zeroes. Ah, Hideo Kojima-n. Kojima. Una moto. Snake. Snake. Es una pena que solo haya salido para PC este juego. Para PSP. Igual que el Metal Gear Solid 4 que solo salga para PlayStation. Allá la puta. No. Militares Sans Frontiers. Esto es... Vale. Colombia. Oh shit. Toma. Enmascarados. Supongo que así se evitan modelar la cara. Oh. Un poco igual que en Death Stranding también parece que hay bastantes... Oh, David Hater. Bastantes enmascarados. Snake.
Hey, boss! Wanna go around?
No, espera, no puedo moverme con él.
Look alive, ladies! The boss is gonna join us!
No es
Show
como
him
en
how
el
it's
3,
done, boss!
donde podías agarrarlo sin
Your
moverte.
first priority in enemy territory is knowing your surroundings. Your life depends on where you are looking and how fast you can identify your target. Therefore, you must first master moving your line of sight. To move your line of sight, use the right stick. Now, when I give you an order, look in that direction. Look up. Good. Look down. Good. You should be familiar with the up and down controls now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on. Okay.
No vi lo que decía.
Next, we'll check your left and right. Look right. Good.
Oh, los controles están invertidos.
Good. You should be familiar with the left and right controls now. Press the action button if you're ready to move on.
No me gusta, los controles están invertidos. A ver cómo se arregla esto.
You can change the controls anytime in options.
En options.
Go with the method that works best for you. Next, I'll explain how to change stances. If you just stand there like an idiot in front of an enemy, you might as well kill yourself now. At times, you will need to get low to avoid detection. You have 3 stances: stand, crouch, and lying down. To change stances, use the crouch button.
En el 5 se podía caminar,
crouching. You can move in either stance. Hold the crouch button and keep it held to lie down. However, you cannot move while you are lying down. I'll say that again. You cannot move while lying down. Is that clear?
No puedo ver si está tumbado. Vale. No se puede mover.
Good! Next, we'll work on your movement. Use the left stick to move around. Tilt it a little to walk slowly, tilt farther to run. Decide which to use based on your situation. Remember that your footsteps are louder when running, making you easier to discover. Be careful!
A ver. No, pues sí.
Good! Now we have rolling. Rolling is useful for knocking down enemies in your way, and for getting away when surrounded. You can also use it to jump over small ditches and other obstacles. To roll, tap the crouch button while running. You got that? Tap the crouch button while running! Don't forget it!
A ver.
Boss, roll by tapping the crouch button while running with the left stick.
Vale, es un doble clic. Un doble...
That's it! Next, I will explain how to attack without gunfire. You may run into an enemy unexpectedly. You may not have a weapon on you, or you may be out of ammo. You'll still need an effective attack strategy. One well-placed strike and the enemy won't know what hit him. To strike an enemy, press the attack button while standing still. On my command, press the attack button repeatedly and take down your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
That is incorrect, boss!
Está muy limitado el
Fine work,
combate.
boss! Next, we're gonna practice using the stun rod. Hitting someone with the stun rod will shock them with 1.5 million volts. Anyone on the receiving end of that is guaranteed to be out cold. To use the stun rod, press the aim button to ready it, then press the attack button. You'll be glad to know we're using mock stun rods for this training session. When your partner attacks, make him believe it's the real deal. Prepare yourself for stun rod training. Go!
Una hora falsa.
I'm ready, boss.
Muy bien.
Impressive, boss! Now we'll move on to CQC.
Oh,
CQC, or Close Quarters Combat, refers to when engaging an enemy in battle at very close range. It is a quick
CQC.
and efficient way of eliminating a threat. There are various CQC techniques. We will go over each of them. Don't get cocky because you think you know them. This will be different from what you're used to. Pretend you are learning it for the first time. The first technique is throwing your opponent.
joder, está enseñando aquí a
To do
Big Boss
this,
cuando es
position yourself near your opponent
El
and press
putísimo-
the attack button while you tilt the left stick. Be
El
sure
putísimo
to
jefe,
press
me
the
lleva puta.
attack button when the icon appears. Now, wait for my command and throw your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Eso es lo que hice antes, ¿no? Lo de tomar e intentar caminar.
That is incorrect, boss!
Oh,
That is incorrect, boss!
lol, a ver.
Boss, you have to press the attack button as you tilt the left stick. That is incorrect, boss!
No jodas. ¿Cómo es?
That is
vale, vale,
incorrect,
ya, ya.
boss! I'll explain it again!
Vale, vale.
Impressive, boss! Next, I'm going to teach you how to restrain an opponent close to you. This is a cornerstone
Vale,
of
vale, esto va a estar
CQC.
interesante.
Grab hold of an enemy, and the bastard's life is in your hands. What you do from there is up to you. Just know that if you restrain him for too long, the average person will most likely pass out.
Oh.
Something to keep in mind. Let's begin. To restrain your opponent, hold down the attack button while near them. Restrain your opponent on my command. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Impressive, boss! Now we will throw your opponent after restraining them. To throw an enemy to the ground, press a direction on the left stick when you have them restrained.
Ahora sí.
Restrain your opponent and throw them on my command. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
El anterior va a estar más
Fine
difícil,
work, boss!
el de tomar a los enemigos y después...
Now we will try CQC
vamos.
against multiple enemy opponents. You can also take out a group of enemies
Es
by
verdad, en el 5
throwing
se
an
podía-
opponent you have restrained.
Podéis encadenar
First,
muchos
restrain an
ataques de
opponent by
CQC.
pressing the attack button near them. Then, tilt the left stick to throw
En
them.
plan, arriba
By
es uno, luego
tilting
al
the
otro, y
left
luego al
stick
otro, y luego al
toward
otro.
other enemies,
Se
you
acumuló
can send your
bastante.
captive
Nunca lo pude
flying
hacer.
straight into them. On my command, restrain and then throw your opponent. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
That is
Ahí está.
incorrect, boss!
No, lo hice mal.
That is incorrect, boss! Fantastic!
Es así.
Again! Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Vale, esto va a estar complicado. A ver.
That is incorrect, boss!
No, este no es. Es el otro. A ver, tengo que agarrarlo y lanzarlo contra él.
That is incorrect, boss! That is incorrect, boss!
Ya la puta, es difícil esta mierda. Aparte la cámara no ayuda.
That is incorrect, boss! Tilt the left stick while restraining the opponent, boss!
Inclinar.
That is incorrect, boss! That is incorrect, boss! Fantastic!
Joder. Ni siquiera sé
All
cómo lo
right.
hice.
Why don't we do something special since the boss is here? Anyone who feels like getting their ass kicked, step forward. Don't hold back, boss. When you're surrounded by multiple enemies, you'll have to take them on one after the other. To do it, simply press the attack button again while throwing the current enemy. Just be sure to wait for the icon to appear. Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Fantastic! Again! Go!
I'm ready, boss.
Oh,
Boss! Press the attack button when the icon appears! Boss! Press the attack button when the icon appears! Boss! Press the attack button when the icon appears! Fine work, boss! And stop! That's it for today!
vale, vale. Creo que lo
Thank you,
tengo.
boss!
Tremenda paliza.
Snake!
En el 5 nunca pude conseguir la bandana. Se tienen que hacer cosas para conseguirla. No sé qué se tiene que hacer. Es Snacky. David Hater.
What's going on, Kaz?
Utilizaron
got
el,
guests.
la movida esta de... ¿Cómo?
Time to move.
O algo así.
Don't worry, it's not our friends from Langley.
Supongo que era para ahorrar recursos en el
I
PSP.
brought him. Made sure we won't fall.
Thank you, big boss.
Call me Snake.
Sorry, Vic boss.
Listen up. For us, there is no victory.
But in revolution, doesn't one triumph or die?
We don't do either.
Here.
Ah, thank you.
feel like a new man. There's no coffee like Costa Rican coffee.
So, what brings a distinguished scholar from the Costa Rican government to Colombia?
Professor Galvez comes from Costa Rica's University for Peace.
You see,
Ahora vienen los 40
over the
minutos de
past
introducción.
year, there have been sightings of an
De pura
armed group
cinemática.
in Costa Rica.
Puto Kojima.
They're not ours, of course.
Costa Rica doesn't have an
Pero
army.
bueno, es Kojima, no me quejo. Dame toda esta
Correct.
mierda.
Article 12 of our Constitution states that the Army as a permanent institution is abolished.
The Peace Constitution.
You think it's rebels who fled Nicaragua?
No, they don't appear to be guerrillas. They're far too organized.
What's your government's take?
The authorities in San Jose claim it's a multinational security firm, hired by the Development Corporation of Costa Rica. Lies, obviously. They're bringing in state-of-the-art weaponry and equipment by the shipload.
Where'd they get that kind of cash?
I fear La CIA may be involved.
The CIA.
As you both know, the United States views Central America as its backyard. Even after Cuba, we've managed to maintain a delicate balance with the U.S.
And your government can't just give them the boot?
We are not allowed to bear arms.
Japan's constitution has something similar. Article 9. It says Japan renounces war and can't maintain an army.
I understand that you and your men have neither state nor ideology. That you will fight any foe. Please, you must drive them out of our defenseless country. We come to you, the Militaires Sans Frontières.
Oh, es francés.
So, you want to hire us?
Yes, as our deterrent. We can't afford to pay much, it's true. But we can offer you this. A forward operating base. An offshore plant in the Caribbean.
Sounds pretty good to me. This place is becoming a mess anyway. Snake, we need someplace we can settle down.
The government's agreed to cooperate. Unofficially, of course.
A chopper for transport would be nice too.
I'll see what I can do.
Hold it. You seem to think we're just a pack of dogs of war. Is that right?
Yes, that's what I've heard. You're an army without a state.
No, we've only left our countries behind.
Please, you must help us.
If your suspicions are true, force isn't gonna do any good. You'll have to find a political solution.
The government's hands are tied.
Go back to your bosses in San Jose. Tell them if they want, I'll introduce them to a negotiator I know.
No, I'm not here on their behalf.
So, what are you doing here?
For over 20
Joder,
years,
qué buena voz tiene
I've
el
preached
puto.
the virtues of peace at multiple
El puto
universities.
David, me dio la puta.
Tonight,
Tiene una
I
voz
stand
buenísima.
before you as an educator. This is my student. She came to me to study peace.
Peace.
Her name
Es un
is
espía.
Paz Ortega.
Mátale a Snake, mátala ahora.
Us. Peace.
No kidding. That's my name too. Kazuhira. It's Japanese for peace.
Oh.
Pleased to meet you, Paz. Call me Kaz.
Oh,
They've got a supply port north of Puerto Limon,
no
a
me duele la
town
mano.
in la Costa del Mar Caribe. A few days ago, Paz stumbled upon that facility while searching for a lost friend.
Es un espía, es un espía.
She was captured.
Spoiler.
She's only a child, 16 years old. They did terrible things to her, but somehow she managed to escape.
Oh. Thank God.
She's huérfana. Her mother died when she was small.
Oh, puedo.
She lost her grandparents in the Civil War. She hates war with a passion like no other.
My name is Paz, and I will do anything to protect my namesake. It is my one and only purpose. Please, get them out of my country. Make them leave Costa Rica.
No recuerdo qué era lo que
Sorry,
quería.
kid. We know who you are, Big Boss.
O qué era lo
That
que
is
quería.
why we've come to you.
Bueno, de todas formas la historia del 5 es muy... random. Ya está, solo le dijeron eso. Somos quién eres, Snake.
Miller here. Do you copy, Snake? I see you've landed.
La
That
cámara no
makes
me
one
gusta.
giant leap for us. I'm sending this from the offshore plant, our mother base. The signal is unidirectional. I'll be giving you commands and advice through this channel. Keep your headphones on at all times and pay attention. Also, make sure
Okay,
no
sí.
one else can listen in.
A ver, un poco más de sensibilidad. Vista normal, izquierda, derecha, normal. Vista normal, velocidad de rotación. Así.
Snake, are you clear on the controls? Take a
Ahora
minute
sí.
to refresh your memory. Use the left stick to move. Use the right stick to adjust your view.
Oh, como en el este, como en el 3.
To change your settings,
Y el 2
use
y el
the
1.
start button to open the menu.
Sensor,
There's no one around. Why not
comida
try some
lista,
shooting practice?
recupera vida, selecciona
Select a
documento.
target and squeeze off a round or two. Press the directional buttons while holding the R2 button to switch weapons. Ready your weapon with the L1 button. Then press the R1 button to fire.
No, no,
How
espera.
about a little shooting practice? Try
¿Cómo
hitting a
recuperar?
coconut.
Ah, vale.
Select equipment by pressing the square or circle button while holding the L2 button. To
Espera,
check your
tiene
map,
Tiene
press the
invertidos los
start
controles
button
aquí
to open
también,
the
me lleva la
menu.
puta. Cállate, Cas, me lleva la putísima. A ver. Normal. Auto ahí. No me gusta. Ahora sí.
Your binoculars enable you to gather recon from a distance. To use the stun rod, first unequip any other weapons, then ready it with the L1 button and strike with the R1 button.
Vale, este es el radar. Dijo que si caminaba hacía menos ruido. Vale, pues sí.
The M16 is a standard assault rifle, capable of rapid fire.
No, este es...
Using auto-aim enables you to quickly draw a bead on the target. It's not entirely reliable, though. If you want accuracy, go manual. Auto-aim only works with live targets. That means it won't snap to some threats. So be careful.
Joder, viejo, qué bueno. Puto Metal Gear.
Not enough room, huh? We'll keep it here at the base.
Enviado a Mother Base.
Perfect. Oil drums, driftwood, buoys.
Oh.
There are plenty of targets around here.
Barriles de petróleo, ¿qué?
That's it.
Oh, mierda. La puta madre. Granada de fragmentación explota alcanzando un amplio radio y puede aumentar su potencia. IT. Claro, aquí es donde tienen los... la base, el inicio de la base. A ver. Arma de descarga eléctrica, no es letal, mata impulsada, su potencia aumenta a medida que se usa. A medida que se usa. O sea que entre más lo use, más potente se va a ser. Toma. A ver. Aquí está el MK2, MK22. Pistola tranquilizante, tarda un poco en hacer efectos. Si se lleva silenciado, este se gasta relativamente rápido. Oh, este, a ver. No, es con el de arriba, con el R1. No, se gastan, mierda, pensé que eran infinitos, como el 5.
The Mark 22 tranquilizer gun can put enemies to sleep. The closer to the head you hit, the more effective it is. Tranquilizer rounds are hard to come by. Don't waste them.
Ahí está. Aquí se les puede cambiar de cámara. Con la cruceta. No, también se puede presionando clic. O sea, el joystick. No, pues es mucho más cómodo así. Vale. Este es con el de arriba. Este... Vale.
The facility you're headed for is past that fence. A grenade should be able to take out that gate. Grenades explode. You throw them, Snake? Use the L1 button to ready throwing weapons. Once you've readied the weapon, throw with the R1 button. When using throwing weapons, hold the attack button down longer to throw farther. You won't throw the weapon until you let go of the button.
No, no puedo salir, saltar. Vale, con este...
Snake, don't you think you could use a little more practice?
A ver. La idea es no matar en los Metal Gear. Después de lo que pasa en el 3. Cierta cosa que suele pasar. Es imposible que la gente mate a los soldados. ¿Qué pasará en el 3? Pasa algo bastante interesante. No, espera, ¿con cuál se cambia? Este y este, vale. Me largo.
I gotta thank you for agreeing to this, Snake. Man, am I glad to be out of here. Finally, we can leave all that crap in San Geronimo behind. Break into the mercenary business for real. Let me guess. You're doing it for her, aren't you? For her.
A ver.
Are they still here?
Come on, Snake. This could be good for us. They're willing to give us an offshore plant, a place we can finally put down some roots. This is our chance to expand MSF.
We don't need a place to stay, Kaz. We're nomads. We always will be.
What? You'd rather keep wandering from conflict to conflict? Tools in the hands of whoever's fighting at the time?
The second we settle down, who's to say we won't become the warmongers?
Listen to me, Snake. We're not mercenaries. We're not a foreign legion. MSF's a business. A new kind of business. Look, it's not like we're trying to start a war here. All we need to do is find out who this security company really is.
Come on, Kaz. It's pretty obvious that they're backed by the CIA.
Wait a sec. That would mean...
Our friend, the professor, is likely KGB.
I see.
We'd be making an enemy of our homeland.
Creo que los dos eran espías.
And there'd be no turning
O sea,
back.
no eran de la KGB, eran de
Damn
otro.
thing won't light.
Huh?
No lo sé.
Put on some coffee, Kaz. It's time for a little chat with the professor.
Así es un brazo robótico. Una prótesis.
I was a heavy smoker. When I got my medal from the Secretary General, he gave me this prosthetic hand as well. But smoking was ruining my lungs, so I quit. I've not had much use for it since. It's quite an honor to meet the legendary Big Boss.
That's just a code name the CIA made up.
Then perhaps I should call you John.
I don't have a name. Stop using that code name you liked so much 10 years ago. What about you, comrade? What do they call you back at Center?
Well then, allow me to get straight to the point. Land as slim as a whip, hot as torture.
That's the Chilean poet, Neruda.
Central America is the navel of the American continents, bridging north and south. We want this land. We'll build a socialist stronghold, then use it to split the Americas in two.
America would lose its backyard.
And with it, its economic production, shipping lanes, and strategic value. We, on the other hand, would gain a base from which all of Latin America would be well within our reach. He who controls Central America will win this Cold War. First comes Nicaragua, toppling the pro-American Somoza regime. In preparation, we've begun instigating anti-Somoza sentiment and providing aid to the Sandinista National Liberation Front.
You're manipulating Sandinista into overthrowing Somoza for you.
After the revolution, Nicaragua will become a socialist state.
Joder.
You think America's just gonna let that happen?
Certainly not. After all, the CIA is already here.
And that's the armed group inside Costa Rica.
Precisely. It's clear that they've been sent in to disrupt our
Joder,
efforts
las
across
putas
the
cinemáticas que
border
largas son.
in Nicaragua. Simply put, the army now stationed in Costa Rica is CIA capital. But it's more complex than that. The CIA's got something else planned as well.
What?
That is the million-dollar
Yo
question.
debo decir que es bastante interesante.
Big Boss, we want you and your unit to find the answer. Infiltrate and investigate the facility in La Costa where Paz was imprisoned.
El Metal
Learn
Gear.
all you can of their operations. Then, drive them out of the country.
You're asking us to settle a turf war between the KGB and the CIA.
What about her? That was all just an act?
You mean her words about peace? She was captured, that much is true. But I've kept my KGB affiliation from her.
And you thought we'd fall for a sob story?
No. I had good reason to bring her along.
Es un espía.
She managed to escape with her life, but her friend was not so lucky. Why were they attacked? I believe this will help explain. Perhaps they saw something they weren't supposed to. Perhaps they heard something they shouldn't have.
A cassette tape?
Paz took this during her escape. She says her friend happened to record it by accident.
What is that?
A portable stereo cassette player. The first of its kind.
Sony. Hijos de puta.
I heard they were working on something like that in Japan. Didn't know you guys were too.
I believe what you're about to hear will help you understand.
What is that? A Quetzal?
The Phoenix bird.
Paz's friend was researching birds. She went out into the jungle to record bird calls and stumbled upon this.
So? So what?
Now it gets interesting.
Poisonous. I get rid of it. I chase it back to its nest. You can't. The snake's too vicious. It's all many people. I chase it away. It will bite you unless you kill it. Go home.
Boss. Voice print analysis confirms that this voice is indeed that of the legendary hero and criminal, the boss.
What?
Es una trampa, Snake.
The other hasn't been identified. Female in her 30s with a British accent. The song playing in the background was a hit in 1973.
What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your mentor? Your mission or your beliefs?
I am loyal to
Boss
myself.
is alive in Costa Rica.
As I understand it, she was your commander, fought by your side. And that you killed her
Aquí es donde sabré quién
orders from the
es.
CIA,
¿Cómo se llamaba?
thus surpassing her to become the
Strange Love,
hero
creo que se
known
llamaba.
as Big Boss.
Joder. La verdad es que no sé si está viva. Pero se supone que murió en el 3.
What'll it be?
Debe ser
Will
una
you
trampa.
take the job?
Snake, it's gotta be a trap.
Aquí,
So
aquí
you
también
still
saldrá
can't turn your back on your country.
el puto Huey. El puto doctor, hijo de puta. No,
Then
el
I
científico.
suppose you won't need this.
Wait!
Snake?
I'll do it for the girl. For Paz.
Si es una mentira, lo estás haciendo por The Boss.
Okay.
Para saber si está
For peace, then.
viva. La doctora Strangelove. Se supone que aquí sale o algo así. No sé muy bien qué era. Parece que era amiga de The Boss. Las tres
There they are.
texturitas.
CIA mercs. Snake, you've got to get past them undetected. Avoid combat whenever possible. This is a sneaking mission. Hide behind stuff. Take the long way around.
Pero,
Whatever it
pero me
takes.
dio la puta.
They spotted you. Get out of
Quería.
there.
Enemy sighted. Requesting backup.
Negative. We can't spare reinforcements.
Joder,
We'll
ya me
have to make do
descubrieron.
with what you have. You've lost them, but they're still on the hunt. Stay sharp.
Vale, esa es la
HQ,
barrita.
come in.
Se gasta
This is
rápido.
HQ.
This is patrol. Contact lost. Going to alert status.
Understood. The enemy should still be nearby. Find him. The indicator in the upper right serves as a compass and shows sound sources. Pay attention to your surroundings.
Control. All clear.
Understood.
Ya está.
Stay vigilant.
Joder. Anestesia. Balas anestesiantes. Enviado a Mother Base. Vale. Debo decir que no estoy jugando en PlayStation, estoy jugando en PC, en emulator. No he visto la historia, pero ya había estado probando aquí las cosas, que todo fuera bien y eso. No es lo suyo jugarlo en emulador, la verdad, pero tenía ganas. No, eso no justifica piratear un puto juego, en especial de Kojima. Tampoco puedo decir que lo tenga comprado porque no lo tengo comprado.
The lower the number, the more easily you'll be spotted. Conspicuous movements and loud noises will compromise your camo index. Your fatigues will act as camouflage.
En el 5 si los dejabas así, en plan... Oh mierda, no vi. Si los dejabas así no hacía nada, no se paraba ni avisaba ni nada. Era una especie de hack. Una trampa. Mierda, el puto juego está muy bien. Que el PC pudiera moverlo así. Oh.
Start talking. Start talking.
En vez de hablar tienen esos
Start
amigos.
talking.
De la puta.
Good, you shook them. They're still
Oh, no.
looking though. Don't make it easy for them. This is HQ.
Freeze.
What's wrong? What's going on over there?
Pues parece que no. Joder, ya me descuero una otra vez.
HQ, come in.
This is
Freeze.
HQ.
This is patrol. All clear.
Understood. Stay vigilant.
Rayos, que recuerdos. En el 5 no había selva.
Keep your eye on what's left of your life gauge on the left of the screen. To
Bueno,
the
sería,
right of
pero
that,
no.
you'll see your sight gauge. Exhausting it will inhibit your actions. Your life gauge will recover with time. The sight gauge too. You'll recover faster crouching than standing up. Lying flat works even better.
Espera, ¿qué dijo? Había llegado hasta aquí. De aquí no sé qué es lo que pasa. Rayos, va a salir de Death Stranding, me llama la puta. De Death Stranding.
Looks like you're inside the compound. Security is tight. Stay sharp.
Oh shit. Tengo miedo. Vamos primero por acá mejor. ¿O no? Vendrá.
What was that?
Freeze.
A ver cuánto tiempo duran estando así. Enviado modo base. Aquí fue donde se implementó el tema de los botones.
What was that?
A ver por dónde viene. Mierda, el puto juego está muy bien hecho para ser de PSP.
We're under attack!
¡No! ¡Es una puta! ¡Hijo de puta!
It's the enemy! Send reinforcements!
No.
Understood. Dispatching reinforcements now.
No, ahí vienen. Oh, se fue.
Hey!
Aquí no puedo levantarlos y llevármelos a otro sitio.
Come in, HQ.
This is HQ.
This is patrol. All clear.
Understood. Return to looking for a two-story building to the east.
Freeze.
Ah!
Vale. Oh, no veo a su compañero. No, los créditos.
Freeze.
Ah! Huh.
Freeze.
Ah!
Infiltrate the facility on the east side of the compound.
Vale, no. No, no me ve.
Freeze.
Ah!
Si no lo hago bien, sí me descubren y se levantan. No sé si se levantarán después de un tiempo. Parece que no. Solo si me descubren.
Your objective is the building to the east.
Mierda, el puto juego se ve muy bien. Bueno, es la versión HD, pero... Mierda. Caja amor. Caja del amor.
Cardboard box? What are you gonna use that for?
Pueden entrar las personas, seleccionan la ventana de equipo y pulsa X. A ver. Pueden entrar dos personas. Oh. Acabo de ganar un trofeo. Ese es mi segundo pie. Las putas cajas. En el 5 casi no la utilicé. No sé cómo funcionará. No, puedo disparar desde la caja.
Head for the building to the east. We need intel on that base.
Ah! We're under attack!
Oh no. Oh mierda, me fui. Bueno, hasta luego. Oh. Joder.
Yes, sir, we broke them. We acquired the whereabouts of target 500.
Acknowledged. Spears are loaded.
The barge is cleared Point Bravo.
Acknowledged. Out.
Clic. No, R1. Que mierda. A ver. También puedo interactuar en las estas. Oh, mierda, que me gana el cabrón. En las cinemáticas. Toma.
The cargo. Where's it headed? What is it?
Air suit. In the mountains.
What's up there?
Oh, mierda, sí lo hice bien. Oh, me lleva la puta. Madre mía, la epilepsia. Oh. Drones. Joder. Hatsune Miku. Oh, Joji Shinkawa.
This is Snake.
Este es el que hace los
Can you hear
diseños.
me?
Loud and clear. You found a radio.
It's got a circuit that reverses the audio phase.
Let's switch frequencies from time to time, just to make sure we're not detected.
I found a map of their bases. The cargo's heading from the marshes west towards Irasu.
Nice going, boss.
Kaz, this place is full of film badges. Dozens of them.
Film badges? Like the ones used to measure radiation exposure?
The radio man was wearing one. And whoever he was talking to called the cargo spears.
Wait, that would mean...
Nukes. They're bringing nukes into Costa Rica.
Holy Mother of God.
Kojima, hijo de puta. Oh shit. Puto Kojima. No sacó de Stranding para PC. Ni este Metal Gear ni el otro. Nunca entendí esto de los niveles. ¿Para qué se supone que es? Para superarte a ti mismo o algo así. Ahora puedes imbuir el espíritu en las siguientes palabras. Aquí. Pues obtenido granadas de humo. Eso podría estar interesante.
How's that map, Snake? Think you can use it?
It tells me where their bases are, but it's just a bunch of points. No routes. I need better intel on the lay of the land.
Snake, the professor said he's got the Sandinistas on his side. Said you should get in touch with the FSL and Commandante.
Do they know they're backed by the KGB?
Nah. As far as they know, they're really fighting for the revolution. The KGB is staying behind the scenes. I'm not sure the Sandinistas are aware of what's really going on.
Still can't believe anybody would bring nukes here.
Yeah, that's a shocker. Costa Rica's party to the Tlatelolco Treaty, which declares Latin America a nuke-free zone.
No.
Based on Japan's 3 non-nuclear principles, it bans the testing, use, import, or deployment of nuclear weapons. If word of this gets out, Opano will be forced to act. It'll cause an international uproar.
The treaty was signed to prevent another Cuban Missile Crisis. If the U.S. itself is gonna scrap it...
Latin America is too close to spawning another Cuba or two already. The entire continent would become one big powder keg.
Well, if they did bring nukes, we can't let them get away with it.
Are they planning a test? Showing off? Or is it all to keep the anti-American movement in check?
Good question. Why bring them here? I can't figure it out.
Whatever the CIA's up to in Costa Rica, the professor wants it stopped. We need to find out what that something is.
We need to get ready first, Kaz. Repairs?
Working as fast as we can, boss. This place is pretty beat. Looks like hell. But as long as you're with us, we'll make it heaven. No one can bother us here. No state telling us what to do. This is the MSF's haven, our mother base. And with this foothold, we'll back you up even better than before. We're gonna turn this pile of junk into something big.
Vaya. Oh, existe al guardar. Zombies. Personal y formar equipos. Nunca utilicé los equipos en Metal Gear. Se podía cambiar de persona o algo así. No, ya me lo sé. Oh. Analizador listo para el desarrollo. No, espera, hay más cosas. No sé, los pongo todo en ID. A ver. Este es solo el personal. Ah, vale, aquí están. Investigar y desarrollar armas. No. Este es en el online. ¿Qué es esto? Oh, también hay más armas. Rifle de francotirador. Podría venir bien. No hay de tranquilizante. Oh, vale, aquí es donde tenemos las cosas que puedo mejorar. Digo que puedo fabricar. ¿Cuánto cuesta? 2000. A ver, un sniper, yo qué sé. Vamos por una misión. Es igual que el 5, donde tienes que esperar para que se fabriquen las cosas. A ver, selecciona, bla bla, a ver. Esto ya lo hice, ¿no? También puedo hacerlo otra vez. Rescate Fulton. Esto es para hacerlo de nuevo. Vamos por esto.
The boss has infiltrated the area around the coastal supply facility and knocked out the soldier there. But we can't just leave him there to be found. I need you to get in there and capture the unconscious soldier using the Fulton recovery system. Do it quickly before he comes to.
Vamos por aquí. Puedo cambiar de personaje aquí también. Nunca lo hice en el otro. Oh, no está disponible para esta misión. Tengo que ir por a elegir a alguien más. Mierda, pues no. ¿Qué es esto? Ah, vale, ¿qué está? Oh, no entiendo. ¿Qué es esto? Oh, mierda, de haber visto el este. Bueno, este es el que tiene las cosas más altas. Oh, joder. Está mamadísimo. Se supone que es en la selva, ¿no? A ver. Yo creo que sí. No, Rosita. Joder, lo llevo desnudo. En plan putísimo. A ver, tengo que rescatar algo. En el 5 no hice esto. Ya está, así
Use
solo.
Fulton recovery to bring back knocked out soldiers. To use Fulton
mierda,
recovery
tiene-
on a soldier,
tiene
get
un
up
poco
next to
esto.
them so the icon
Camuflaje.
appears, and push the action button.
Vamos a repetir la táctica. Por el cabello pareciera que es Snake con una máscara.
They know someone's there. They'll be coming to check it out.
Tenía una caja, ¿no?
What the?
shit.
They heard you. They're gonna come take a look.
I know I saw something. Ha!
Mira la puta.
We're under attack!
Mira la puta.
You've been spotted. Run for it.
Me han
It's
visto.
either that or take out every last enemy soldier.
It's the enemy! Send reinforcements!
Understood. Dispatching reinforcements now.
Mira la puta, lo hice mal.
Good. You shook them. They're still looking, though. Don't make it easy for them.
¿Dónde están? Oh shit, ahí están.
He's here! We're under attack!
Pero me dio la puta. Joder, me mataron. ¿Qué es esta mierda?
Damn, they got us good. Are you alright? Respond!
Está muertísimo. Joder, lo hice mal todo. No sé cómo funciona la caja. Creo que no puedo interrogar si estoy con la caja.
Use Fulton recovery to bring back knocked out soldiers. To use Fulton recovery on a soldier, get up next to them so the icon appears, and push the action button.
Freeze!
You won't have to worry about that one anymore. So long as none of his buddies show up anyway. Go ahead and use Fulton recovery to bring the target in.
Oh, ¿qué es esto? Infusión que recupera psique.
You won't get up there alone. Some help, maybe?
Freeze!
Not enough room, huh?
No, tengo
We'll keep
tiempo.
it here at the base.
Tengo tiempo para hacer la misión. Va por tiempo esta mierda.
Hurry up and send those knocked out soldiers back here. Don't mess around or they're gonna wake up.
Ah, el otro. Vale, vale. Un minuto. Oh, lo dormí. Bueno.
Looks like that soldier's out cold. Try using Fulton recovery on him.
Tengo que ponérmelo. No, puedo ir con esto también.
Head for the recovery zone. We'll pick you up there.
Puedo llevármelos a todos. Pero estos son un poco mierda,
Fulton
¿no?
recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
Más buenos serían los otros. Va, me lo llevo.
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete. Mission complete.
Oh,
The folks back at Mother Base will be thrilled.
vaya. Operaciones seccionales 10. Voy a echar de menos al robot este. Al robot del 5. Enemigos moribundos. Creo que sí. Hobby, categoría 1. Regresa a Mother Base. Nah, vamos a hacer otra misión. Otra secundaria. Después voy a ir con la principal y termino. Este ya está, ¿no? Vale, estos dedos ya están. Oh, no, esta es la misión principal. Estas son las cinemáticas. A ver, vamos a regresar a Mother Base entonces. Fabricamos cosas. Distribuimos el equipo. No, subió de nivel. Oh, este para ID. Estos, bueno. Muy bien. Ahora hago esta misión principal y termino. No sé cuánto llevará.
Snake, I rigged that radio so you can contact our young lady friend Paz.
Is she okay?
No need to worry. She's tougher than you think.
Still just a kid.
Which is exactly why she could be an effective source of information. Besides, that little Angel de la Paz is the one who gave us this mission, right?
I guess.
I'll put her on.
Snake,
Paz, where are you?
Ciudad Colon. A school. The teacher told me to stay here until things quiet down.
Teacher? Oh, him. He's... Yeah, that's probably good advice.
See, he has a radio in his room, so we can talk anytime.
Pretty fancy for a teacher.
Promise me, Snake, that you'll bring back peace, and
I know. I'll contact you if I find your friend.
thank you. Snake, if you need to know about Costa Rica, the geography, the climate, the wildlife, anything, just ask me.
We found uno aquí.
I know about its history and laws too. We learned it all
Hay
in
5
school.
animales y
Got
plantas,
it.
pero no sé, no...
I have a question. I'll ask.
Están como de relleno. No
I
tiene mucho sentido.
What?
Aparte nunca encontré el sitio donde se
I also
guardaban.
learned that peace is an unnatural state for human society, and that war is a constant threat to our relationships with others.
That's right.
So, to achieve peace, we have to create it ourselves. Crying about it won't bring it about or make it last. Each one of us must go and seek it out.
You won't find it without making sacrifices. No offense, but I don't know what peace is. Never felt what it's like. Never even been interested in it.
Cool.
Snake?
Oh, sorry. Listen, Paz, I think your ideas are admirable. I hope they turn out to be right.
Yeah, me too.
Peace is in your name. Who better to help bring it back?
Thanks, Snake. I will be here whenever you need me. See you later.
Snake, use your radio to call people, but stay alert. You're in the middle of a mission and can't afford to let your guard down.
Got it.
Need to know more about Costa Rica? Haas can help you out.
Good to know.
We'll follow their transport route. This should take us straight to their main base.
From what I've seen, it looks like nukes.
Agreed. The key thing now is to confirm whether those spears really are what we think they are, and if so, why they're here.
Follow the transport route. Find the nukes.
That's what I'm thinking. First, we should make contact with the Sandinista Comandante. They can tell us more about what's up ahead. But it looks like their hideout's already come under attack.
We better hope they're still alive.
Snake, infiltrate that cabin and secure the Sandinista's Comandante. Neutralize any guards by knocking them out, putting them to sleep, or even using the Fulton recovery system. You choose how to handle it, boss.
No me dice el... No, vale, aquí está. Detalles. Agua. Se supone que es selva, ¿no? Vale, pues no hay más.
Survival.
Ahora a ver. Toma, en la selva.
Head for the FSLN boathouse. It's northwest of there.
No tengo el
You can
analizador.
use the radio you just picked up by pressing the start button to open the menu window. You know you can assign the radio to the select button by choosing options from the menu window.
A ver cómo hago esto. Vaya, vaya.
I heard something.
They know someone's there. They'll be coming to check it out.
Start talking.
¿De qué?
Start talking. Start talking. Start talking. Start talking. Freeze.
Not enough room, huh? We'll keep it here at the base.
No voy a llevar. Oh. ¿Cuántos tengo? 9.
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
A ver si esto me dice algo.
Start talking.
No.
Start talking. Freeze.
Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
¿Qué habrá por aquí? Oh, ahora ver. Vale, espero ir por 2 sitios diferentes. Vale, pues vamos por aquí. Oh, no puedo.
That area is not part of the mission.
Vale, pues es por acá. Rayos, el puto juego está muy bien. Oh, ¿y esto? Ración. Recupérala, selecciona, se te queda escondido, se graba cuando la vida llegue a 0. Vale. Oh, ya está. No hay nada más. Vale, si presiono el A mientras voy corriendo, se para automáticamente. Y se agacha también. El pantano. El Senegal. Pantano. Vale, aquí sí hay soldados. Esto va a estar interesante.
Wait.
Oh, fuck, me dio.
Can't be imagining things.
Vale, no puedo hacer nada si estoy dentro de la caja. No, puedo ver. Mientras me agacho, pero no puedo apuntar. No, puedo marcarlos.
there's anything you want to know, just give me a call on the radio. Press the start button to open the menu window, then choose the radio call option.
No, también así. Pero no puedo cambiar al otro. No, vale, me equivoqué. ¿Con cuál se dispara? Se dispara con el R1, no con el R2. Eso que dice un cocodrilo. Es un tronco. Mierda, si fallo, voy a esperar mejor.
Freeze.
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
Wait.
Oh shit.
Can't be imagining things.
Vale, son medio segatones. Me quedan 6. Lo voy a dejar. Hola. No, no quería hacer eso.
Start talking. Start talking. Start talking.
No puedo ver.
Stay out of the water. That's beyond the scope of this operation.
Vale. ¿Qué pasará si me aviento? Tendré que descubrirlo en otro momento. Vale, este es el objetivo. El mapa es largo, para hacer distintas misiones, supongo. Es largo, es grande.
The boathouse should be close by. Neutralize the security detail and make contact with the Commandante.
Hay una de esta ahí. Oh, hay un montón. Oh, eso no lo había visto. Oh shit, me va a ver. Oh, destellos, también hay destellos aquí. Rayos, puto
Neutralize
kojima.
the soldiers. You might even tranquilize or knock them out.
Oh, mira la puta, fallé.
Someone attacking? The enemy's attacking! Going to alert status!
Understood. Maintain heightened alert.
pero solo una buena cantidad.
HQ, come in.
Ya está.
This is HQ.
This is patrol. All clear.
Understood. Stay vigilant. You'll have to neutralize all those guards.
A todos.
What was that noise?
They heard you. They're gonna come take a look.
Oh, no se congela el este.
I'm seeing things.
Start talking.
You've been spotted. Run for it. It's either that or take out every last enemy soldier.
Ya la puta.
Understood. Eliminate all hostiles.
Estoy haciendo mal. Joder, me mataron. Olvidé cómo se hacía el combate este. De atacas uno y luego el otro.
What's going on, Snake? Report. What's your situation?
Me mataron. ¿Cómo podré hacerlo? Es difícil esta mierda. Oh, desde aquí no jodas. Pero me dio la puta.
If you think you're about to die, use
No
a
jodas,
ration
es
or a
verdad. Se
recovery
regresa desde
item.
el,
Can't be
desde
too careful.
el puto principio. Me dio la puta. Dios, esta mierda. Claro, tampoco me los tengo que llevar a todos. Voy a llevar estos dos.
Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
Oh, aquí hay un sitio para
Fulton
esconderse.
recovery
No.
helicopter is complete. Not enough room, huh? We'll keep it here at the base.
Joder, hacer todo de nuevo. Bueno, aquí no hay nada. Río del Jade.
The boathouse should be close by. Neutralize the security detail and make contact with the Commandante.
Comandante.
What was that noise?
They know they heard you. They're gonna come take a look.
I'm seeing things.
Joder.
What was that noise?
They know someone's there. They'll be coming to check it out.
Tengo 32 balas. Oh, me acabo de ver.
What's that? Enemies close by!
De la puta.
You've been spotted. Run for it. It's either that or take out every last enemy soldier.
Enemy sighted. Requesting.
Negative. We can't spare reinforcements. You'll have to make do with what you have. Good. You shook them. They're still looking, though. Don't make it easy for them. Fulton recovery helicopter is complete. This is HQ.
Oh, solo me queda uno.
This is patrol. Contact lost. Going to alert status.
Understood. The enemy should still be nearby. Find him.
Solo queda esa. Y aquel.
What's that? What's that?
Hay otro por allá.
HQ, come in.
This is HQ.
This is patrol. All clear.
Understood. Stay vigilant.
Start talking.
Oh, eres grande.
Start talking.
Te diré algo que te interesa oír.
Start talking.
Dímelo.
Start talking. Start talking.
Good. Now meet with the FSLN Commandante. He's inside the boathouse.
Oh, no. Me dio la puta, quería explorar el mapa. Tengo que hacerlo antes de que termine antes de terminar de limpiar el mapa. Me dio la puta. Metal Gear.
Stay away! Don't touch me! Get away!
¿Quién es?
Che! No way! What do we do?
Sandinistas, right? I'm looking for someone.
Mi viejo! Shh. He's dead. They killed nuestro viejo.
No puede ser.
You're his daughter. Then that makes you his delegado, right? Relax, I'm not your enemy. Cuban.
A cigar? I'll take whatever you've got. I owe you one. But I prefer cigarettes, you know. How do I look? A little like El Che, no? You Cubano?
Colombiano, a photographer. I came to Costa Rica to take pictures of birds.
Birds?
Yeah, quetzals.
You've got no telephoto lens. How do you get your shots?
Telephotos for amateurs. It's all in the timing.
Oh.
Let me smoke
Okay,
too.
we can talk until I finish this.
Chico.
Oh,
Tell me
chico.
what's going on here.
Estás muertísimo, hijo de puta.
This place is crawling with soldiers. They don't look like private security, more like hired guns. They're loaded with the latest gear from all over the world.
I heard they're a security force hired by Codessa.
Yeah, and I'm Papa Noel. Those guys are UCLA's.
UCLA's. La CIA.
I saw them, setting up shop in town. They're planning to do here what they did in Chile.
If that's the case, what are they after?
Whatever it is, it's not us.
You don't think they're here to push you back into Nicaragua?
Impossible. Too much hardware. Too many bases. Didn't you see? They've got helicopters, tanks. It's like we're in Da Nang. There must be something else.
They have a base near here.
There's a factory to the north, across a suspension bridge.
Factory to the north, across a bridge. Have you seen the big transport boat, mercenary crew on the Rio del Jade?
You mean the barge? It's upstream from here. Up toward Irasu.
Any idea what's on it?
I could introduce you to some of our compas up there, but I don't recommend going to the mountains. We've lost a lot of people there. They take us captive, torture us for information about our compas, and then they kill us like pigs.
Got it. All right.
This was our last hideout, the final refuge for El Frente, after being pushed out of Nicaragua and into this peaceful paradise of Costa Rica. Then, El Monstruo attacked.
A monster.
Y mi viejo. Mi viejo. Papá. He was la esperanza. Our hope.
Now that Papa's gone, my sister's la comandante de la revolución.
Do not listen to him. Papa was a hero who fought by Sandino's side. I am only his daughter. You need a special talent to become cacique. It takes someone great to unite all of Las Compas.
Sorry to interrupt, but leaders don't choose themselves. Neither do heroes. You carry on his legacy of La Esperanza, and they'll follow you, no question.
You think so? My compas trust me, but not one of them calls me comandante.
Amanda!
See what I mean?
El Colibri!
Colibri. Hatsune Miku. Es Hatsune. Joder. Es un dron.
Get down!
Oh, ¿qué? Oh shit. Oh, lo esquivó. Por favor.
What the hell?
Es un hombre nuevo, an unmanned weapon, a robot.
No, he won't survive the fall.
Out of my way! Better for him to die at the hand of a compa than suffer their torture. Stay here. As long as I'm still alive, I might as well remain. Over here! Fine, Chico! ¡Venceremos!
Joder. Toma.
Snake, what was that thing?
Whatever it was, it looked unmanned.
Unmanned? I'd heard rumors, but an operational unit?
What the hell is going on here?
Not to quote Amanda, but the hardware they've got here isn't just unusual, it's overkill, which means one thing. It's nukes. So the question now becomes why?
We can't make that call yet. We need more intel.
How? Our source is dead.
But his daughter isn't.
Good thinking. We can follow her. Head for the next outpost and make contact with Amanda if she's still alive.
Roger.
Ahí está. Vale, pues por aquí lo dejo. Vale, pues aquí lo dejo. Continúo en el siguiente. Oh, el este para analizar. Creo que es para los soldados. Para ver si son buenos. Muy bien.